the girl discovered a huge snake skin in the wilderness. But she didn't tell her friends who were on the outing with her. Instead, she quietly hid in a small wooden hut. She then scattered realgar powder and mugwort leaves all around it. Her friends saw this and mocked her, saying she was crazy. But only she knew that this was the only way to save her life. It turned out that in her previous life, the girl and her friends had been on this same outing. Suddenly, they were attacked by a 100-meter-long giant python. Those who ran slowly were instantly swallowed by the giant snake. The girl, her boyfriend, and her best friend managed to escape by the skin of their teeth. However, the giant snake continued to chase them relentlessly. To make matters worse, the girl accidentally injured her leg and could no longer move properly. At that critical moment, her best friend suggested abandoning her, calling her a burden. Her boyfriend, who had been in a relationship with her for years, agreed without hesitation. Before leaving, he even used a rock to break the girl's leg. This completely dashed her hopes of survival. However, fate seemed to give the girl a second chance. At first, she thought it was just a nightmare. But suddenly, a car began leaking oil and couldn't start. At the same time, the radio reported a landslide. The mountain was temporarily inaccessible. This scene was identical to the nightmare she had before encountering the giant snake in her previous life. She then saw the huge snake skin on the ground. The girl finally realized she had been reborn. To prevent the tragedy from happening again, the girl decided to stop everyone from going to the villa in the forest for their vacation. She pointed at the snake skin and urgently told her friends, "There's a giant snake here. We must leave immediately." But no one believed her and mocked her, calling her crazy. They insisted that such a large snake couldn't possibly exist in the world. Just then, the villa manager, Anne, arrived to greet everyone. In her previous life, she was the first to be devoured by the giant python. The girl hurriedly warned her about the giant python in the forest. But Anne didn't believe her, saying that snakes were common and there was no need to worry. She assured everyone that the villa had protective measures to prevent snakes from entering. The girl didn't give up. She noticed that and was about to check the generator. She remembered that in her previous life, Anne had been blown to pieces by a generator explosion, losing both her legs. So she quickly grabbed Anne and warned her that the machine was about to explode, and said the generator was brand new. It couldn't possibly explode. Just then, Anne's brother walked over. He also insisted that the generator wouldn't cause any problems. But the next second, the machine really exploded. The brother and sister finally believed the woman's words. But this was only the beginning of the danger. The terrifying giant python was the greatest danger. The girl knew the giant python would attack tonight, so she decided to prepare in advance. The brother and sister found it hard to believe. The girl had no choice but to go get some realgar powder to prepare in advance. Meanwhile, everyone was choosing rooms. Due to the large number of people, some had to stay in the small wooden house. As everyone was hesitating and refusing to go, the girl voluntarily chose to stay in the wooden house. This action made everyone laugh at her even more. Her boyfriend and best friend couldn't stop laughing. The reason she chose to stay in the dilapidated wooden hut was